In every individual there lies a dormant power waiting to be fully awakened. This power is imagination, the unseen force that shapes the world we experience. Many believe that the physical world dictates their reality, but the truth is that your world responds to the images you hold in your mind. To understand this is to grasp the core of your creative potential. Imagination is the unseen force behind everything that exists in your reality. It is the first step in creation, the blueprint upon which your external world is built. Before anything becomes tangible, it is first conceived in the mind. The chair you sit on, the buildings around you, even the technology you use, all of these began as ideas, imagined by someone who believed in their possibility before they were ever materialized. Your mind is constantly shaping the world around you, whether you are conscious of it or not. Every thought, every mental image holds the potential to become reality. The way you see yourself, the expectations you hold for your future, and the beliefs you have about your circumstances are all products of your imagination. When you understand this, you realize that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active creator. Your imagination lays the foundation for the experiences you will encounter. This is why it's crucial to be mindful of what you allow yourself to imagine. If your mind is filled with images of fear, lack, or limitation, those images will manifest in your world. Conversely, when you focus your imagination on abundance, success, and possibility, you set the stage for those things to enter your life. The reality you experience is a reflection of what you consistently imagine and believe to be true. Imagination is not limited by the physical world. It transcends time and space, allowing you to create beyond the boundaries of what seems possible. When you imagine something vividly and hold that image with belief, you are laying the groundwork for its eventual manifestation. It is as though you are planting a seed in the soil of reality, and with time and care, it will grow into form. In this way, imagination becomes the foundation of everything you experience. Your thoughts, beliefs, and mental images are the architects of your life. What you repeatedly imagine will become the structure of your reality, shaping the opportunities, relationships, and circumstances that unfold before you. Recognizing this power allows you to take control of your life, to consciously direct your imagination toward the reality you wish to create. The mental images you hold in your mind are the building blocks of the world around you. Everything you experience begins as a thought, a picture formed in your imagination long before it becomes part of your physical reality. These images are powerful because they serve as a blueprint, shaping the life you live and the outcomes you encounter. They direct your actions, influence your beliefs, and ultimately guide the course of your destiny. When you hold a certain image in your mind, you are creating a pattern for how your life will unfold. If your mental images are dominated by thoughts of success, health, and happiness, your world will begin to reflect those qualities. On the other hand, if your mind is filled with images of failure, fear, or limitation, you will likely encounter circumstances that mirror these negative patterns. The world you live in is a reflection of what is first imagined internally. Consider how your thoughts and mental images influence your actions. If you consistently imagine yourself achieving a goal, whether it's finding a new job, building a relationship, or improving your health, you begin to take steps toward making that image a reality. You start to behave in ways that align with the mental picture you created. Your confidence grows, your motivation strengthens, and you start seeing opportunities where you once saw obstacles. The image in your mind becomes a driving force, propelling you toward its manifestation. Your mental images also influence how others perceive you and how they respond to you. If you consistently picture yourself as confident, capable, and successful, you begin to radiate those qualities. People are drawn to that energy and respond to you accordingly. They may offer you opportunities, resources, or support that align with the image you've created in your mind. In contrast, if your mental images are filled with self-doubt and insecurity, you may project that energy, causing others to treat you in ways that reinforce those negative beliefs. What's more, the mental images you hold affect not only how you act and how others see you, but also how you interpret the world. When your mind is filled with positive images, you are more likely to see the good in situations, the opportunities in challenges, and the lessons in setbacks. You become more open to possibilities because your mind is already primed to expect them. Conversely, if your mental imagery is filled with doubt or negativity, you may overlook opportunities or misinterpret events as obstacles, even when they hold potential. The influence of mental images extends beyond your immediate actions or interpretations. These images set into motion a deeper process that alters the conditions of your life. When you hold a clear, focused mental image, it begins to resonate with the energy of the universe. This resonance draws toward you the people, circumstances, and events that match the picture you created. It's as though the mental image you hold sends out a signal, and that signal attracts experiences that are aligned with it. In this sense, your mental images are like magnets, pulling into your life the essence of what you imagine. When you consistently visualize abundance, for example, you are aligning yourself with the energy of abundance, making it more likely that you will attract wealth, opportunities, or resources into your life. The more detailed and emotionally charged your mental images are, the stronger their magnetic pull becomes. Your imagination, then, is not just a passive process, but an active force shaping the fabric of your reality. Furthermore, the consistency of your mental images is crucial. It's not enough to occasionally think positively or envision success. Your mental images must be sustained over time, regularly reinforced, and held with conviction. The world you experience is the result of the thoughts and images you dwell on most frequently. If you allow negative images to dominate your mind, even for short periods, they will start to shape your reality. But if you make it a habit to focus on positive, empowering mental pictures, you will begin to see those images reflected in your life. The world you live in is a mirror, reflecting back to you the images you consistently hold in your mind. Everything you experience, from the relationships you have to the opportunities you encounter, begins as a mental picture. The clearer and more focused those images are, the more accurately they will manifest in your reality. If you want to change your world, the first step is to change the images in your mind. By mastering this process, you become the architect of your life, shaping your reality from the inside out. Visualization is the art of forming clear, vivid images of your desires in your mind. It is more than mere daydreaming. It is a deliberate and powerful tool that influences your reality. To believe in the power of visualization is to understand that what you see internally has the potential to become your external experience. The process of visualization aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you seek to create, making it an essential practice for anyone looking to manifest their goals. When you visualize something, you are essentially giving your mind a map, a clear destination of where you want to go. The brain does not differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. To your subconscious mind, the image you create in your imagination feels as real as anything you experience physically. This is why athletes, performers, and successful people often credit visualization as a cornerstone of their success. They mentally rehearse their victories long before they happen, programming their minds and bodies to act in alignment with their desired outcome. To harness the true power of visualization, it's essential to believe that your mental images have real influence. This belief infuses your visualizations with energy and intention, turning them from passive thoughts into active forces of creation. Without belief, your visualizations remain hollow, mere fantasies with no weight behind them. But when you genuinely believe that what you see in your mind can and will come to pass, you engage the subconscious mind in a way that begins to attract the necessary circumstances and opportunities to bring that vision to life. Visualization requires more than simply seeing an image. To make it effective, you must engage all of your senses. See the image in as much detail as possible. Imagine the colors, the textures, the environment. But don't stop there. Hear the sounds associated with your vision. Smell the air. Feel the emotions you would feel if the vision were already true. This multisensory experience gives life to your visualization, making it more tangible and real in your mind. The more real it feels internally, the more power it has to influence your external reality. Emotions play a critical role in the process of visualization. When you visualize, it's important to feel as though your vision has already manifested. If you're visualizing success, feel the pride, confidence, and joy that would come with that success. If you're visualizing a harmonious relationship, feel the love and connection as if it's already part of your life. These emotions amplify the power of your visualization as they add energy to the images in your mind. The stronger the emotional charge behind your vision, the more likely it is to manifest. One of the key aspects of visualization is consistency. It's not enough to visualize sporadically or only when you feel inspired. For visualization to work effectively, it must become a regular practice. Just like a muscle, your mind strengthens with repetition. By consistently visualizing your desired outcome, you reinforce that image in your subconscious mind, making it more likely to influence your actions and draw you toward the opportunities that will bring it to fruition. The more often you visualize, the more real that image becomes to you, and the stronger your belief in its eventual manifestation. Visualization also helps you overcome doubts and fears. When you face challenges or setbacks, your mind can easily fall into a pattern of negative thinking. However, when you regularly practice visualization, you train your mind to focus on the positive outcome you desire. This mental discipline allows you to push past doubt and keep your attention on what you truly want. Even in the face of adversity, the mental picture you created remains strong, guiding you forward and helping you stay aligned with your goals. Moreover, visualization activates the law of attraction. When you hold a clear, emotionally charged image of what you want, you begin to attract the people, circumstances, and resources that align with that vision. Your thoughts send out signals, and those signals attract similar energies back to you. In this way, visualization acts as a magnet, drawing into your life the very things you need to turn your vision into reality. The more you believe in the power of this process, the more effectively it works, as your belief enhances the energy behind your visualization. To fully embrace the power of visualization, it's essential to trust the process even if the results are not immediately visible. Just like planting a seed, it takes time for your mental images to grow and materialize in the physical world. Patience and persistence are key. The more faith you place in the power of your mind, the more you align yourself with the flow of creation. Over time, the results will speak for themselves, and you will see that what you have consistently visualized has indeed come to pass. Believing in the power of visualization means recognizing that your mind is a powerful tool for creation. By forming clear images of your desires, engaging your senses, and adding emotional energy, you set the stage for those desires to manifest in your life. With faith, consistency, and focus, visualization can become one of the most effective tools you have to shape your reality and achieve your dreams. Acting as if through imagination is one of the most profound ways to bring about transformation in your life. This concept is rooted in the understanding that your imagination has the power to shape your reality. By acting as if, behaving and thinking as though your desired outcome has already been achieved, you align your internal world with the reality you wish to create. This alignment influences not only your thoughts and emotions, but also the actions you take, ultimately drawing that desired reality into your experience. When you act as if through imagination, you are deliberately stepping into the mental and emotional state of having already attained your goal. It's not about pretending or faking it, but rather about embodying the feeling, the mindset, and the confidence that naturally comes with achieving what you want. You begin to live from the perspective of your future self, the self who has already succeeded, already transformed, already manifested their desires. This shift in perspective is powerful because it changes how you respond to life, the decisions you make, and the energy you project into the world. The imagination plays a crucial role in this process because it allows you to mentally rehearse the life you want to live. In your mind, you can visualize yourself living the reality you desire with vivid detail. You can see yourself in the situations you wish to experience, feel the emotions of success, abundance, or fulfillment, and act as though all of it is already true. By repeatedly imagining yourself in this state, you begin to condition your mind and body to respond as though it is your reality. This consistent mental practice helps you shift your internal beliefs and expectations, making it easier for your external circumstances to align with those beliefs. The power of acting as if lies in the fact that your subconscious mind does not differentiate between real and imagined experiences. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving something, your subconscious accepts it as truth and begins to work on your behalf to bring that vision into reality. This is why so many successful people advocate for visualizing their goals as though they've already been achieved. It programs the mind for success. Acting as if through imagination amplifies this process by adding the layer of behavior, which strengthens the impact even further. This technique also has a direct influence on your actions. When you act as if you begin to behave in ways that align with the person you wish to become, your decisions, habits, and responses to challenges shift, because you're no longer operating from a place of lack or doubt. Instead, you're operating from a place of certainty, confidence, and abundance. You naturally start to take the kind of actions that someone who has already achieved their goals would take. This proactive behavior accelerates your progress because you are no longer waiting for success to come to you. You're actively moving toward it. Moreover, when you act as if you send a powerful message to the universe, you are signaling that you are ready to receive the life you desire, that you believe it is already yours, and that you are fully prepared to embrace it. This creates a vibrational match between your internal state and the reality you seek to manifest. The law of attraction responds to this vibrational alignment by bringing opportunities, people, and circumstances into your life that mirror the state you are embodying. Acting as if through imagination also has a profound impact on your self-concept. When you consistently imagine and act as though you have already achieved your desires, you begin to internalize a new identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is trying to succeed and start seeing yourself as someone who is already successful. This shift in identity is crucial because your life will always reflect who you believe yourself to be. By acting as if you are essentially rewriting the narrative of who you are and what you are capable of, and your external world will begin to reflect this new self-concept. One of the most significant benefits of this practice is that it helps you transcend doubt and fear. When you're focused on acting as if through imagination, you are no longer dwelling on the obstacles or limitations in your current reality. Instead, your mind is fixated on the end result, the vision of success that you've already mentally rehearsed. This focus on the outcome, rather than the process or the challenges, allows you to move forward with confidence and clarity. The doubts and fears that might have held you back lose their power because your imagination is locked onto the image of what you are creating. The key to making this process work is consistency and belief. Acting as if through imagination is not something you do once and then forget. It must become a habitual part of how you think, feel, and behave. The more consistently you act from the place of your desired outcome, the more your external reality will begin to reflect that outcome. Over time, the gap between your imagined life and your actual life will close, and you will find yourself living the reality you once only dreamed of. By acting as if through imagination, you harness the creative power of your mind to shape your world. You step into the future you desire and bring it into the present moment, allowing your thoughts, emotions, and actions to align with the life you wish to live. This practice transforms your mindset, strengthens your belief, and accelerates the manifestation of your dreams, making it one of the most effective tools for personal transformation. Emotions are the fuel that brings imagination to life, intensifying its power and ability to shape reality. When you engage your imagination, the thoughts and images you create are infused with energy, but it's your emotions that amplify that energy, giving those mental pictures a far greater chance of becoming your reality. Imagination alone can be a passive exercise, but when it is charged with emotion, it becomes dynamic, driving a deep connection between your inner world and the outer experiences that follow. Think of your emotions as the catalyst for transformation. They take the raw material of your thoughts and give them vibrancy, urgency, and potency. When you imagine something with strong emotional involvement, you are not just thinking about it, you are experiencing it on a visceral level. This emotional engagement sends a signal to your subconscious mind that what you are imagining is important, urgent, and real. The more emotionally charged your imagination is, the more your subconscious mind accepts the image as truth and begins to work in alignment with it. For instance, if you imagine yourself succeeding in a new career, it is not enough to just picture yourself in the role. To make that vision effective, you need to feel the emotions associated with it. How does success feel to you? Is it a sense of pride, accomplishment, joy, or relief? By immersing yourself in these emotions, your mind and body begin to respond, as though the success is already a reality. This emotional involvement amplifies the power of your imagination and accelerates the manifestation process because your subconscious mind is now fully engaged with the experience. Moreover, emotions make the act of imagining more immersive and tangible. When you add emotion to your imagination, the images become more vivid, detailed, and real to you. A simple mental picture of a future event can be transformed into a full sensory experience by engaging your emotions. You begin to not only see the image but feel the excitement, hear the sounds, and sense the environment around you. This multisensory involvement deepens the imprint on your subconscious mind, strengthening the connection between your internal vision and the external reality you wish to create. The role of emotions in amplifying imagination is also tied to the law of attraction. Your emotions emit a frequency, a vibrational energy that aligns with the thoughts you are imagining. Positive emotions like joy, love, gratitude, and confidence raise your vibration and put you in harmony with the positive experiences you want to attract into your life. When your imagination is charged with these high-frequency emotions, you are sending out a powerful signal that draws matching experiences back to you. It's not just the mental image that attracts, but the emotional energy behind it that magnetizes those experiences into your reality. On the other hand, negative emotions can also amplify your imagination, but they may work against you if not carefully directed. When you imagine worst-case scenarios or dwell on fears with strong emotions like anxiety, worry, or anger, those emotions give power to those negative thoughts. Your subconscious mind, which is always at work to manifest your dominant thoughts, does not discern between positive and negative. It simply responds to the strongest emotional signals. This is why it's so important to consciously direct your imagination toward what you want, while also focusing on the emotions that align with your desired outcomes. By choosing positive emotional states, you amplify the imagination in a way that serves your goals rather than undermines them. Emotions also have a unique ability to bridge the gap between the present moment and the future. While your imagination may be focused on something you desire in the future, emotions bring that future into the present. When you feel the emotions associated with your imagined outcome, you are living that future experience right now. This creates a powerful alignment between your current state and your future vision, allowing you to bring that future closer and faster into your reality. It's as if you're collapsing the distance between what you want and where you are, because emotionally you are already there. In addition, emotions have a direct influence on your physiology. When you imagine with strong emotion, your body responds as though the experience is real. Your heart rate may change, your posture might shift, and your entire demeanor can transform based on the emotions you are feeling. This is why imagination, when paired with emotion, can have such a profound impact on your actions. You start to behave in ways that are consistent with your emotional state, taking actions that align with the outcome you are imagining. These actions, driven by emotionally charged imagination, are often the catalyst that turns your inner vision into an outer reality. Another critical aspect of how emotions amplify imagination is their ability to reinforce belief. Belief is a key element in manifestation, and emotions play a significant role in strengthening it. When you feel the emotions associated with your desired outcome, you begin to believe more deeply in its possibility. it becomes more than just a distant wish. It starts to feel real to you. This sense of belief is crucial because your belief system shapes your reality. The stronger your belief, the more likely you are to attract the experiences and opportunities that align with it. Emotions, by making your imagination feel more real, fortify this belief, and in turn hasten the manifestation of your desires. Emotions act as the amplifier of imagination, giving life, power, and intensity to the images in your mind. They turn passive thoughts into dynamic forces of creation, aligning your internal world with the external experiences you wish to manifest. By consciously pairing your imagination with positive emotions, you harness a powerful tool for transformation, one that has the ability to shape your reality in profound and meaningful ways. The key is to feel as though your imagined reality is already true, letting the emotions you associate with that reality elevate your thoughts and turn them into tangible experiences. Imagination has the remarkable power to override physical reality. While the physical world around you might seem solid and unchanging, your imagination offers a realm where the limits of the material world do not apply. It allows you to envision possibilities beyond what you currently experience, and in doing so, it shapes your perception of reality. When you fully engage your imagination, it becomes more real to you than the external conditions of your life. Over time, this imagined reality begins to influence your thoughts, emotions, and actions, ultimately transforming your physical world to align with your inner vision. The key to this process lies in understanding that reality is not as fixed as it appears. What you perceive as real is largely a reflection of your beliefs, thoughts, and expectations. These are all shaped by your imagination. When you allow your imagination to expand beyond the confines of your current circumstances, you start to see the world differently. Instead of being bound by the limitations of the present moment, you begin to envision what could be. This vision of what could be becomes your new point of focus, and the energy of your thoughts begins to shift toward that imagined reality. Imagination overrides physical reality because it operates on a higher plane. The material world is a reflection of past thoughts and beliefs, whereas imagination taps into the realm of possibility and potential. When you engage in creative visualization or imaginative thinking, you are not just escaping from the present, you are actively creating a new future. The more you immerse yourself in your imagined reality, the more it becomes the dominant influence in your life, guiding your decisions, your feelings, and your behavior. This process works because the mind does not differentiate between real and imagined experiences. When you vividly imagine something, your brain processes it as if it were actually happening. Your emotions and physical sensations respond accordingly, reinforcing the belief that what you imagine is real. Over time, this internal experience begins to override the external conditions of your life. If you consistently imagine abundance, success, and fulfillment, your mind will start to seek out and create opportunities that match those visions. If, on the other hand, you focus on lack or limitation, your reality will reflect those thoughts. One of the most powerful examples of imagination overriding physical reality can be seen in people who achieve great things despite seemingly impossible odds. They do not let the physical world dictate what is possible for them. Instead, they use the power of their imagination to see beyond their current limitations. They imagine themselves succeeding even when failure seems imminent. They visualize a future where their dreams are already realized, and by holding on to that vision, they create the conditions for its manifestation. The external world bends to their inner belief because their imagination has taken precedence over physical reality. Imagination also overrides physical reality by altering how you interpret your experiences. Two people can face the same set of circumstances, but their reactions may differ drastically based on how they imagine those circumstances to be. One person may see a challenge as an insurmountable obstacle, while another may see it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. The difference lies in how they use their imagination. By imagining a positive outcome, The latter person can override the apparent difficulty of the situation and approach it with confidence and resilience. This shift in perspective not only changes how they feel, but also influences the results they achieve. The ability of imagination to override physical reality is also evident in the way it shapes our long-term outcomes. Your current reality is a result of your past thoughts and imaginings. The choices you made, the actions you took, and the opportunities you pursued all stemmed from what you once imagined was possible for you. If you want to change your current circumstances, you must first change the way you imagine your future. When you begin to imagine a different reality, you set in motion a chain of events that will lead you toward that new experience. Your mind starts to focus on what you want rather than what you fear, and your actions naturally align with that focus. Furthermore, imagination has the power to bypass the constraints of time. In the physical world, change often seems slow and incremental, but in the realm of imagination, change is instantaneous. You can imagine yourself living in a completely different set of circumstances right now, even if nothing in your physical world has changed yet. This ability to leap forward in time, mentally and emotionally, allows you to bring the future into the present moment. When you consistently focus on your imagined reality, your mind starts to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Eventually, your physical reality catches up with your inner vision. Imagination also frees you from the need to rely solely on external validation. In the physical world, you may be conditioned to believe that you can only achieve certain things if you have the right resources, support, or circumstances. But imagination transcends these limitations. You don't need external proof to believe in your vision. All you need is the willingness to imagine it with conviction. When you commit to your imagined reality, the external world begins to mirror that conviction. You become less reliant on outside conditions and more empowered by the strength of your inner vision. The ultimate power of imagination lies in its ability to create a new reality from within. When you consistently imagine a different life for yourself, that inner world becomes more real to you than the outer one. You start to live from the place of your dreams rather than from the limitations of your current circumstances. This shift in focus creates a powerful energetic force that overrides the physical world and molds it to match your inner vision. Your imagination becomes the blueprint for your life. And as you hold on to that vision with faith and emotion, your outer world will eventually reflect the reality you have created in your mind. Imagination is not just a mental exercise, it is the creative force that overrides physical reality. By tapping into the power of your imagination, you can transcend the limitations of the material world and create a new reality from within. The more vividly and consistently you imagine your desired outcome, the more your mind and body align with that vision, drawing it into your experience. Consistent mental practice is the foundation upon which all manifestations are built. It is through repetition, focus, and deliberate mental exercises that we begin to shape and reshape our reality. Just as any skill, whether physical or intellectual, requires dedication and regular practice to master, the ability to influence the outer world through the power of the mind demands consistent attention and discipline. This process is not a one-time act, but a continuous commitment to engaging the mind with intention, aligning thoughts with desires, and fostering the kind of mindset that creates lasting transformation. At its core, consistent mental practice involves the active engagement of the imagination, visualization, and emotional alignment with what you desire. When you repeatedly focus on a particular outcome, you are essentially training your mind to view that outcome as inevitable. The more you practice visualizing and imagining the life you want, the more natural it becomes for your subconscious mind to accept it as your reality. Over time, this repetition begins to rewire your thought patterns, creating a new mental landscape that is in harmony with your goals. The power of consistent mental practice lies in its ability to condition the subconscious mind. The subconscious does not operate on logic or analysis, it operates on patterns, habits, and emotional experiences. Whatever is consistently impressed upon it eventually becomes its guiding principle. By engaging in daily mental practices like visualization, affirmations, and focused thought, you are feeding the subconscious new instructions about what is possible for you. With enough repetition, these mental impressions become automatic, influencing not only your mindset, but also your behaviors, choices, and the opportunities that come your way. One of the reasons consistent mental practice is so effective is that it bypasses resistance. The conscious mind often puts up barriers when confronted with new ideas or goals that seem too far out of reach. It is prone to doubt, skepticism, and fear, questioning whether something is truly possible. However, the subconscious mind does not have these filters. When you consistently feed it with the same mental images and emotions, it eventually overrides the resistance of the conscious mind, allowing you to believe in your desired outcomes more deeply and act in alignment with them. I think of the mind like a garden. If you want a particular crop to grow, you cannot plant a seed and expect immediate results. You must water it regularly, ensure it receives sunlight, and keep it free from weeds. In the same way, your thoughts and desires need consistent nurturing. You cannot think about your goals sporadically and expect them to materialize. It is the daily cultivation of your mental landscape, the repeated focus on what you want to achieve, that allows those thoughts to take root and eventually blossom into reality. The importance of consistency cannot be overstated. It is not enough to practice mental discipline occasionally or when it is convenient. True transformation requires daily effort, even in the face of doubt or setbacks. This is because the physical world often presents conditions that seem contrary to what you are imagining. Without consistent mental practice, it is easy to become discouraged by these outward appearances and lose faith in the power of your mind. However, when you commit to practicing daily, you build a resilience that allows you to maintain focus on your inner vision, no matter what external circumstances arise. Consistency also helps you maintain clarity. When you regularly engage in mental practices, you keep your goals and desires at the forefront of your mind. This clarity is crucial because it directs your energy and attention toward what truly matters to you. Without regular mental practice, it is easy for distractions, fears, or other people's opinions to cloud your vision. But with consistency, you remain laser-focused on your own path, allowing you to navigate challenges with a sense of purpose and direction. Consistent mental practice builds momentum. Just as a snowball grows larger as it rolls downhill, your mental energy gains strength the more you practice focusing it on your desired outcome. At first, it may feel like a slow process, but over time, the compound effect of your mental efforts becomes undeniable. Each day of consistent practice builds upon the previous one, creating a powerful force that drives you toward your goals with increasing speed and intensity. What may have once felt difficult or out of reach begins to feel natural, and opportunities that align with your desires start to appear more frequently in your life. Consistent mental practice strengthens your belief in your ability to create change. Each time you engage in practices like visualization or affirmations, you are reinforcing the idea that you are capable of shaping your reality. This builds confidence, which is an essential component of manifestation. The more confident you are in your mental abilities, the more likely you are to take actions that align with your desired outcomes, and the more you act in alignment with those outcomes, the more your external reality begins to shift. Another important aspect of consistent mental practice is that it helps you to stay emotionally aligned with your goals. Emotions are a powerful driver of manifestation, and it is through regular mental practice that you can maintain a high emotional frequency that matches what you want to experience. When you practice consistently, you are not only thinking about your goals, but also feeling the emotions associated with them, whether that is joy, gratitude, excitement, or peace. These emotions elevate your energy and attract experiences that are in harmony with your desired reality. In essence, Consistent mental practice is the key that unlocks the door to lasting change. It requires discipline, focus, and patience, but the rewards are profound. Through daily engagement with your mind, you begin to reshape your beliefs, shift your emotions, and align your actions with your deepest desires. Over time, this practice not only transforms your inner world, but also reshapes your external reality in ways that align with the vision you have consistently held in your mind. Imagination serves as a powerful tool that transcends the boundaries and limitations imposed by our physical reality. The world we live in is often filled with constraints, societal expectations, self-imposed beliefs, and tangible barriers that can create feelings of helplessness. However, the human mind possesses an extraordinary capacity for creativity and visualization, which allows it to envision possibilities beyond the current state of affairs. By harnessing the power of imagination, individuals can break free from these limitations, reshape their realities, and manifest their desires. At the heart of this idea is the understanding that our current reality is largely a product of our beliefs and perceptions. Many people are confined by a mindset that limits their potential. They may believe that their circumstances define them or that they are bound by their past experiences. Yet, imagination has the unique ability to expand one's perception of what is possible. When we engage our imagination, we enter a realm where anything can occur, where limitations dissolve, and opportunities abound. This mental space allows us to explore ideas, scenarios, and outcomes that might otherwise seem unattainable. Imagination invites us to think beyond our current limitations and envision a different reality. It encourages us to ask, what if? A simple yet powerful question that can unlock new paths. When we allow ourselves to dream, we are no longer constrained by the how of our situations. Instead, we focus on the what and why, igniting a sense of possibility. This shift in thinking empowers us to see that we are not merely products of our environment, but creators of our destiny. By visualizing the life we desire, we begin to shift our energy and mindset toward that vision, making it more likely to manifest. Consider the stories of individuals who have achieved remarkable feats against all odds. These are often tales of those who have dared to imagine what could be, rather than accept what is. Whether it is an athlete overcoming physical limitations, an artist breaking through societal barriers, or an entrepreneur launching a groundbreaking venture, these individuals share a common thread. They use their imagination to visualize their success. This imaginative process often serves as a precursor to action, driving them to pursue their dreams with vigor and determination. Moreover, imagination does not operate in isolation. It is deeply intertwined with emotions. The feelings we associate with our imagined scenarios are just as crucial as the images themselves. When we vividly picture our goals and infuse them with positive emotions such as excitement, joy, or gratitude, we create a magnetic force that attracts those experiences into our lives. This emotional connection amplifies the impact of our imagination, enabling us to manifest our desires more effectively. When we can feel the reality of our aspirations in our minds, we begin to align ourselves with that reality, gradually breaking down the barriers that stand in our way. Furthermore, imagination can serve as a source of resilience in the face of challenges. Life often presents obstacles that can feel insurmountable, leading to frustration and despair. However, by engaging our imagination, we can reframe these challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. Rather than succumbing to the limitations of our circumstances, we can visualize alternative solutions and outcomes. This creative problem-solving ability not only helps us navigate difficult situations, but also strengthens our belief in our capacity to overcome adversity. Imagination empowers us to envision a brighter future, inspiring us to take the necessary steps to turn that vision into reality. In addition, the practice of imagination can enhance our overall quality of life. When we actively engage in imaginative thinking, we foster a sense of joy and curiosity that can enhance our well-being. Allowing ourselves to dream and explore new possibilities can invigorate our spirits, providing a refreshing break from the mundane routines of daily life. Imagination becomes a playground for our minds, offering an escape and a source of inspiration that fuels our passions and aspirations. This sense of exploration can lead to new interests, hobbies, and relationships, further enriching our lives and broadening our horizons. Imagination also plays a vital role in the development of innovative ideas and solutions. Many of the greatest inventions and advancements in history stemmed from the creative visions of individuals who dared to dream. By allowing themselves to think freely and explore unconventional ideas, these pioneers transcended existing limitations and opened doors to new possibilities. This capacity for imaginative thinking is not confined to artists or inventors. It is a fundamental aspect of human nature that can be cultivated in anyone. By embracing our imaginative faculties, we tap into a wellspring of creativity that can inspire change not only in our own lives, but also in the world around us. The key to unlocking the power of imagination lies in our willingness to embrace it. This requires a conscious effort to cultivate an open mindset, one that is receptive to new ideas and experiences. It may involve letting go of self-doubt, fear of judgment, and the rigid constraints of conventional thinking. Engaging in practices such as meditation, journaling, or creative visualization can help foster a deeper connection with our imaginative faculties. The more we practice tapping into our imagination, the more naturally it becomes a part of our daily lives, guiding us toward our desired outcomes. Imagination serves as a vital instrument in overcoming limitations. It allows us to envision possibilities beyond our current circumstances, empowering us to create our own reality. By embracing the power of imagination, we can transcend the constraints that hold us back, cultivate resilience in the face of adversity, and inspire innovation in our lives and the world around us. The journey begins within, and through the lens of imagination, we can unlock the full potential of our existence. Using imagination to rehearse success is a transformative practice that allows individuals to mentally prepare for achieving their goals and desires. This process goes beyond mere visualization. It involves immersing oneself in the mental experience of success, creating a vivid and detailed rehearsal that can enhance performance and manifest desired outcomes. By mentally acting out our goals and aspirations, we not only reinforce our belief in their attainability, but also cultivate the emotional and psychological readiness needed to realize them in the physical world. When we engage in the rehearsal of success through imagination, we tap into the power of our subconscious mind. The subconscious does not differentiate between actual experiences and vividly imagined scenarios. This means that when we vividly visualize ourselves succeeding, whether it's delivering a powerful presentation, achieving a fitness milestone, or landing a dream job, our subconscious accepts these mental images as reality. This acceptance strengthens our belief systems, making it easier for us to approach real-life situations with confidence and conviction. The process begins by identifying a specific goal or outcome that we wish to achieve. This could range from personal ambitions, such as improving relationships, to professional aspirations, like advancing in one's career. Once the goal is defined, the next step is to create a detailed mental scenario where we envision ourselves successfully achieving that goal. This involves imagining the setting, the emotions we would feel, the actions we would take, and the reactions of those around us. The more detailed and vivid the rehearsal, the more impactful it will be. One of the most critical aspects of this practice is the emotional connection we establish with our imagined success. Emotions play a crucial role in the manifestation process. By feeling the joy, pride, excitement, or satisfaction that comes with achieving our goals, we enhance the overall power of our mental rehearsal. This emotional engagement sends strong signals to the subconscious, reinforcing the belief that our success is not only possible, but also imminent. It transforms our mental images from mere fantasies into compelling realities that we are driven to pursue. Rehearsing success through imagination also allows us to practice overcoming obstacles and challenges. Life is full of uncertainties, and potential setbacks can often deter us from pursuing our goals. By using our imagination to rehearse success, we can also envision potential challenges and how we would effectively navigate them. This proactive approach prepares us mentally for any hurdles we may encounter, equipping us with strategies and responses that bolster our confidence. The more we mentally practice handling these scenarios, the more resilient and resourceful we become in real-life situations. This technique can be particularly beneficial in high-pressure situations where performance is critical. Athletes, for example, often utilize mental rehearsal to visualize themselves successfully executing a play or completing a race. Studies have shown that athletes who engage in visualization techniques demonstrate improved performance compared to those who do not. This principle can be applied across various fields, from public speaking to artistic performances. By imagining ourselves successfully performing under pressure, we reduce anxiety and enhance our ability to stay composed and focused when it truly matters. Additionally, this practice encourages a growth mindset. When we rehearse success, we begin to shift our focus from a fear of failure to a belief in our capacity for growth and improvement. We learn to view challenges as opportunities for development rather than as insurmountable barriers. This mindset is crucial for long-term success, as it fosters resilience and persistence in the face of difficulties. By repeatedly visualizing our success and acknowledging the inevitable challenges along the way, we build a mental framework that embraces growth and learning. Using imagination to rehearse success helps us cultivate a strong sense of self-identity aligned with our goals. The more we visualize ourselves as successful individuals, the more we reinforce that identity within ourselves. This alignment fosters behaviors and choices that are consistent with our envisioned success, creating a powerful feedback loop. As we begin to see ourselves as capable and deserving of success, we naturally start to act in ways that attract the opportunities and resources necessary to achieve our desires. Incorporating this practice into our daily routines can enhance its effectiveness. Setting aside time for focused mental rehearsal, whether through meditation, journaling, or quiet reflection, allows us to engage fully with our goals. Creating a dedicated space where we can visualize and immerse ourselves in the emotions of success reinforces our commitment to achieving it. Consistency is key. Regular practice not only deepens our connection to our goals, but also solidifies our belief in their attainment. Using imagination to rehearse success is a dynamic and empowering practice. It allows us to cultivate the mindset, emotions, and resilience needed to turn our aspirations into reality. By immersing ourselves in the experience of success through vivid mental imagery, we prepare ourselves to navigate the path toward our goals with confidence and determination. The practice of mental rehearsal not only enhances our belief in what is possible, but also transforms our approach to life, enabling us to embrace challenges and pursue our dreams with unwavering commitment. As we cultivate this powerful skill, we unlock the potential to create the life we desire, one imagined success at a time. Imagination serves as a catalyst for inspired action, transforming abstract thoughts and visions into tangible realities. When we harness our imaginative abilities, we unlock the door to creativity, innovation, and motivation that propels us toward our goals. This powerful process begins with the act of visualization, where we create vivid mental images of our desires and aspirations. The energy generated from these images can ignite a passionate response within us, compelling us to take action that aligns with our envisioned future. At its core, imagination is the fertile ground where ideas take root and flourish. It is within this mental space that we can explore possibilities without the constraints of our current reality. When we imagine ourselves succeeding, we create a powerful sense of desire and purpose that fuels our motivation. This emotional connection to our visions is vital. It acts as a driving force, urging us to take the necessary steps to make those visions come to life. The clearer and more compelling our imagined scenarios are, the stronger the urge to act becomes. When we visualize success, we not only see the outcome, but also engage with the process of achieving it. This process often involves imagining the specific actions we would take to reach our goals. Whether it's preparing for a presentation, training for a marathon, or launching a business, our imagination allows us to rehearse these steps in our minds. This rehearsal not only builds confidence, but also clarifies the pathway we need to take. By envisioning ourselves navigating the journey, we prepare mentally and emotionally, making it easier to translate those imagined actions into real-life steps. Moreover, imagination fuels creativity, allowing us to think outside the box and explore new solutions to challenges. When faced with obstacles, it is easy to feel stuck or overwhelmed. However, by engaging our imagination, we can brainstorm alternative approaches and innovative ideas that might not have been immediately apparent. This imaginative exploration can lead to breakthroughs, enabling us to overcome barriers and take inspired action that moves us closer to our goals. The creative problem-solving process, sparked by imagination, can be transformative, turning potential setbacks into opportunities for growth and development. In addition, imagination cultivates a sense of purpose and passion. When we envision our dreams vividly, we create an emotional connection that ignites our enthusiasm. This passion becomes a powerful motivator, encouraging us to pursue our aspirations with vigor and determination. The more we immerse ourselves in our imagined success, the more we feel driven to act. This inspired action is characterized by a sense of alignment with our values and goals, as we pursue endeavors that resonate deeply with our authentic selves. It is important to recognize that inspired action does not always manifest as grand, sweeping changes. Often it begins with small, incremental steps that gradually build momentum. Our imagination can help us identify these initial actions, transforming what may seem daunting into manageable tasks. By breaking down our goals into smaller, actionable steps, we empower ourselves to make progress without becoming overwhelmed. This approach fosters a sense of accomplishment with each step taken, reinforcing our motivation and commitment to our vision. Engaging our imagination allows us to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. The journey toward our goals is rarely linear challenges, and setbacks are a natural part of the process. However, when we have a clear vision of what we want to achieve, we are better equipped to navigate these difficulties. Imagination enables us to reframe obstacles as temporary and surmountable. By visualizing ourselves overcoming these challenges, we build the confidence needed to keep moving forward. This resilience is essential for sustaining our efforts and maintaining our focus on our ultimate objectives. Imagination fosters a growth mindset, encouraging us to view our experiences as opportunities for learning and development. When we engage in imaginative thinking, we open ourselves to new perspectives and insights. This flexibility allows us to adapt our approaches as needed, remaining open to adjustments and refinements along the way. By embracing a mindset of continuous improvement, we increase our capacity to take inspired action, knowing that each step brings us closer to our vision. Another significant aspect of how imagination ignites inspired action is its ability to create a sense of accountability. When we vividly imagine our success and articulate our goals, we create a mental commitment that can drive us to act. Sharing these visions with others can further enhance this sense of accountability. By discussing our aspirations with supportive friends, family, or mentors, we reinforce our dedication to following through on our imagined plans. This external support can provide encouragement and motivation, helping us stay on track and focused on our objectives. The practice of engaging our imagination can be integrated into daily routines to strengthen our connection to our goals. Techniques such as journaling, vision boards, or meditation can enhance our imaginative faculties, allowing us to regularly reconnect with our aspirations. By setting aside dedicated time for this practice, we cultivate a habit of inspired thinking and action, making it easier to align our daily choices with our long-term visions. Imagination is a powerful force that ignites inspired action, transforming dreams into reality. By visualizing our goals and immersing ourselves in the emotional experience of success, we create a compelling drive to act. This process fuels creativity, builds resilience, and fosters a sense of purpose, enabling us to navigate challenges and pursue our aspirations with confidence. As we cultivate this imaginative practice, we unlock the potential to create a life aligned with our deepest desires, taking inspired action one step at a time. In conclusion, the power of imagination serves as a fundamental force in shaping our reality and propelling us toward success. By harnessing our imaginative faculties, we unlock the ability to visualize our aspirations, rehearse our achievements, and take inspired action. Each mental image we create not only clarifies our goals, but also ignites the passion and motivation needed to pursue them with conviction. As we engage with our imagination, we cultivate creativity and resilience, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. This process allows us to navigate the complexities of our journey with confidence and determination, empowering us to embrace a growth mindset. By practicing consistent mental rehearsal and visualizing our success, we align our actions with our desires, reinforcing our belief in what is possible. The journey toward realizing our dreams may be filled with obstacles, but through the lens of imagination, we can reframe these challenges as stepping stones. As we immerse ourselves in the emotions and experiences of success, we create a powerful internal drive that compels us to act boldly and purposefully. Ultimately, by making imagination a cornerstone of our lives, We not only enrich our personal journeys, but also inspire those around us. Let us embrace the transformative potential of our imagination, allowing it to guide us as we take the necessary steps toward creating the life we truly desire. As we imagine, believe, and act, we hold the power to manifest our dreams and shape our reality in extraordinary ways.